Hey guys, welcome back to the little shop where dreams come true. But this video is to talk about these Vevor Wheel Dollies. Just got them, I got to put the wheels on. Made out of really thick 1/4 inch steel, diamond plate steel, powder coated. That's good tough powder coat on, not just paint. So they powder coated. That ought to be good. I got the rest of them in the box and all the wheels, the bolts and all that stuff. So I'm gonna put them together and stick them on under the wheels, tires. The plan is to be able to just shove it over to the sideways, to get it out of the way, to get another car up in here to work on it. So I'll put the wheel dollies together and put it under there and sweep the floor real good, because you know them casters got to have a clean floor to run on. So I got to sweep the floor good, and we're gonna see how easy it is to move with them. Coming right along on the 34 Ford Coupe, getting it put back together for the last time. It should stay together this time. Let's see what I got the engine transmission married together, screwed together, torque converter, new torque converter, got it bolted to the flywheel, all that good stuff. Starter installed, got the drive shaft installed, got the rear end full of oil, 1 tube of friction modifier, and 2.5 quarts of oil is what that 9-inch took. So just so you know, 2.5 quarts and a 9-inch. So there's that. Got that done. Let's see what else I got. Got all the front suspension. Yeah, I moved that up. Remember that was down, hanging down low. I moved that connection point up on the frame. Got the engine kind of cleaned up, painted black suede, and the frame is black suede. I got the steering box mounted, fuel pump, oil filter relocator. I got a shifter temporarily mounted, so when I crank it up, I'm gonna crank it up in the chassis so I can shift it, make sure the transmission works. I got the battery cable ran on that side. I got a fuel line ran on this side. So I'm waiting on brake line parts and exhaust parts. I got some exhaust pipe, but I'm waiting on a couple other parts so I can install exhaust, fab it up. So waiting on that. I got these Cherry Bomb turbo mufflers that I got from Wesley. Appreciate it, Wesley. I got them sprayed with some VHT header paint and baked them in the oven to cure that paint. So yeah. So I got the wheels bolted on. You know, of course they got bearings in the swivel, and actually they got axle bearings too. So yeah, they got like super hard plastic wheels, 3-inch. We're gonna find out how good they are. They're 6,000 pounds actually, so that's what, 1,500 pounds per wheel dolly. Now about this yoke, you look at it, it looks like it's not far enough in, but actually it only goes in another inch. You can see I shoved it all the way in when I mounted it, and that's as far as it goes right there. So we got about 1 inch of travel. So when the rear end goes up and down, it goes in and out. We got 1 inch. Actually the end of it's probably like up in here, so we good. And plus they got a plug, I don't know if you see it, right in the back of that yoke. You got to make sure that you got enough play. I mean, you don't want your yoke to go all the way in and hit bottom out, because it'll knock that plug out, and then transmission oil will come out of there. So So you ever have transmission oil coming out around the yoke or U-joint, it's probably that plug leaking or knocked all the way out. So yeah, had that on Dirty John, had to fix it. The Junkyard Dog, same thing. I got to pull a drive shaft out, and because that plug is leaking a little bit. But yeah, it's all the way in. It's gonna be great. So it rolls pretty easy. I can move it around by myself. Actually, so be better. Actually, it'd be better with two men, but I can move it, no problem. Just gotta make sure the floor is clean. If you got any trash on the floor, or like this fiberglass drippings on the floor, it won't roll on that. I'm gonna have to clean that before I roll it over that. But yeah, it rolls good. What I'm doing, I got some paint. I got some lines painted in the floor. I painted years ago. I don't know. It's probably hard to see, but you see there's the center of it. You can see the line there. And it goes all the way back. I don't know if you see it there, but then I got another line this way. Then I use the 3-4-5 method to square that up. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm with these dollies, I'm gonna get this chassis dead center with that line. I mean, you better see. I can see it, but I need to repaint it. But I can see it good enough to do what I need to do. But I want to get the chassis dead center of that line all the way front and back, and then I want to use that line to check my rear end to make sure my rear end is square with the chassis, so it won't dog track. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get it centered up, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. So I got it centered up. I'm gonna show you how I've done that. I mean, it's hard to see. That line is right there. I got the square on the edge of that line, and I got it centered. So I got the front centered. All right, the back a little harder to see. I don't know if you can see that, but I got the square on the edge of the line, and I got a mark for the center of the chassis. So I got the back centered. I mean, you look real close, you can see that line. It's hard to see with the camera, but I can see it. I need to repaint it, but I'm good for now. Now that I got the chassis centered to the line, I can check the rear axle. You see how I got the square up against the axle on the floor. Then I take my ruler and measure. You see I got 3/4 of an inch to the line. Now I need to check the other side. All right, this side I got like 1 inch. So I need to make some adjustments. But the floor is not perfectly level, so I'm gonna drop a plumb bob from the axle down to make sure, because the floor is not completely level where that square is sitting on the floor. So yeah, I'm gonna double check it with a plumb bob, then I'll make adjustments to get it lined up. So I'm gonna do that by adjusting the top lengths and the bottom lengths if necessary. But I gotta make sure I keep this tire the same distance from the chassis on both sides. I gotta check both sides to get the tire the same so the rear end will be centered, you know. So yeah, that. So checking with my plumb bob on the rear end, I got on this driver's side, I got 3 inches. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, I got 3 inches. And I got like 2 1/4 from the tire to the frame. On the passenger side, I got 3 inches. Right there. And I got 2 1/4 from the tire to the chassis. So right there, rear end is perfectly lined up. It's perfectly lined up, square with the chassis, so it's not going to dog track. I got a little bit of angle for the pinion. I think it looks great. That's going to work. We line it up, it's going to shoot straight. And that, my friends, is how to line up your rear end with the help of Vevor Wheel Dollies. Yeah, wheel dollies made it a lot easier to get the chassis center of the line all the way down, this way, that way, every way. Makes life a lot easier. And plus, when I get ready to bring another vehicle in here, I could just shove this one over to the side and set the body on it and shove the whole thing all the way over by myself. One man job. How's that? And by the way, as usual, the link is in the description for these wheel dollies if you decide you want to set or you want to check them out. Yeah, link is in the description of the video, under the video. All right, we're getting it. We just ain't got it yet. Appreciate you. See you next time.